Have you ever felt that little bit of pressure, wondering if your kitchen is in the right spot or if your front door is facing the wrong way? Well, today we're going to break down Vastu Shastra. What is it, really? Is it a timeless science for living better? Or has it become a business that basically profits from our anxieties? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with this quote from architect Namit Tandon because it really hits the nail on the head. He says, people are genuinely afraid of Vastu. And you can see why, right? You've got consultants charging a fortune and a rule for every single corner of the house. It's easy to see how this whole climate of fear got started. But is that fear actually justified? To get to the bottom of this, we kind of have to go back to basics. What does Vastu even mean? Well, according to Tandon, it's actually incredibly simple. Vastu is just the Sanskrit word for architecture. That's it. And to be more specific, he calls it the pure science of climatology for any country. Basically, designing a building that works with the local climate, not against it. All right, so the claim is that it's a science. Let's put that to the test, shall we? What happens when we take the most common Vastu rules, the ones that can sound a lot like superstition, and just look at them through the lens of climate and simple physics? You might be surprised. Turns out there's some seriously brilliant practical design hidden in there, all perfectly suited to the Indian climate.
Okay, let's take the northeast direction. The rule you always hear is keep it open, and that's where the prayer room should go. So what's the science? Well, in India, the winds generally come from the northeast. So keeping that side of the house open lets all that fresh air in. It's also where you get that gentle morning sunlight, which is a natural disinfectant and a great way to start the day. Simple as that.
Now this is just brilliant. Let's talk about the southwest. Why is the rule to make this the highest, most solid part of the house? Because in India, the sun is at its absolute harshest in the afternoon, beating down from the southwest. So if you build that side taller and thicker, it literally acts like a giant sun shield for the rest of your house, casting a shadow and keeping everything cooler. It's natural air conditioning.
And what about the kitchen in the southeast, the so-called fire corner? Another master stroke of design. Remember those winds blowing from the northeast? Well, they flow towards the southwest, which means they'd naturally pull all the smoke from your cooking right out of the house. Plus, the heat from the southern sun helped keep the kitchen area dry and stopped germs from growing. It's a perfect system for natural ventilation and hygiene.
Okay, that all makes a ton of sense for ancient homes, but what about our homes today? These principles were genius for their time, for sure, but do they still apply when you live in a modern apartment with air conditioning, glass windows, and an electric chimney?
Well, the expert view is pretty clear. Technology has changed the game completely. With things like exhaust fans and modern chimneys, your kitchen doesn't have to be in the southeast anymore. It can be anywhere, really. So while the specific rules have become flexible, the core principle, creating a comfortable, well-ventilated space, that idea is absolutely timeless.
So what it comes down to is that modern Vastu is basically just good interior design, especially for smaller homes. The whole focus shifts to making a space feel bigger and better. Use lighter colors like off-white and cream, play around with lighting to change the vibe, and please, avoid clutter. That means no huge furniture that eats up the room or tons of paneling that makes the walls feel like they're closing in.
Which, of course, brings us right back to our main question. If Vastu is really just a set of practical, scientific principles that can evolve with technology, how in the world did it turn into this source of anxiety and this giant, booming business?
The architect's opinion here is pretty blunt. He says the science has been exaggerated and hyped up just to make money. Simple, logical design ideas have been wrapped in this cloak of mystery and fear, and it's been turned into a business model that, frankly, preys on people's insecurities. And he thinks that's just very, very wrong. So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. True Vastu is not about fear. It's about comfort. It's the science of making your home feel good. A place with natural light, fresh air, a space that works with the climate around you. The goal is to make you feel at ease, not anxious. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Just look around your own space right now. Are the choices you've made, the color on your walls, where your furniture is, which way the windows face, are they based on the science of comfort and what feels good to you, or are they dictated by fear? Just take a look. Is your home a space built on science
or is it built on fear?